There it is. Cute. Oh my gosh, so many people.
Are we live? I'm like, I
Are we
think we're
live?
good. I think we
Oh,
are.
I was like, wait, there's people in the chat already.
Yeah, I think we're on. I always like go to my page to double check. But
Oh, we
let's see.
are live.
Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
yay!
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, there are a few. It's Ian and Beth blowing it up.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I know we're on a night. I see Ian commenting about it. There are a few people streaming, so that's okay. People are going to be stream hopping and that sort of thing, and that's totally fine. But let's see. Yeah, see Ian. It's so difficult with all of these streams running simultaneously. F it. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for Evelyn. Foot down. Decision made. Oh, thanks, Ian. Oh, and he said the queen is here.
Oh my god.
Dude, Insta took that sound down and it pissed me off. I was like,
No.
what the heck? People do edits all the time. Come on. But
That
it's okay.
literally made me laugh so hard.
I'm so glad.
It like for some reason didn't show me that I was tagged in it, so it came up just like recommended on YouTube, and I was like, "What?" I was
Oh
like,
my god,
so funny! I loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was like, I think Taylor will be okay with this type of humor.
Yeah, no, I loved it.
Yeah, I feel like, and we've talked Disney before, so I was like, Princess Diaries, classic. You 100%. Know. Yeah, Beth says, I agree. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Evelyn's. Look, I will say though, like, I know and I fully acknowledge that by streaming twice a week, like, I cannot monopolize. I don't have that mentality of like, I'm going to monopolize Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I wish everyone the best of luck, like with their streams, for sure, 100%. Sure. Let's see. I'm going to just flip through these really quickly. Yeah. Because a lot of it is people saying hi to each other. They're talking about they haven't eaten yet today. I don't know when I actually last ate today. I feel like the excitement just fueled me, but let's see.
Running on excitement.
Exactly. Okay, they're all like, yeah, we see you. Hi, McKenna. Also, I think, McKenna, you followed me on Insta the other day, and I had no clue that you were the same, like, McKenna. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to stream on my phone and one on my laptop. See, that's the way to do it, right? Spread the love, spread the support. Okay. Oh, Christina says, I also agree. Tuesdays and Thursdays are for Evelyn. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, McKenna. I thought so. I saw something in Discord and I was like, wait, I think this is the same McKenna. Okay. Well, Taylor, are you okay?
Oh, I'm so okay. I just have the YouTube thingy pulled up. Okay.
Okay. So, do you mind if I ask you to pick a card and I ask you a question before we jump in?
Love to pick a card.
Okay. Yes. I'm just so excited to quiz you a little bit. And none of these are that deep. I do have a separate page for writing questions, but I'm going to save that. I feel like, I don't know. How do you feel? I feel like let's start with some
the icebreaker. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do some like basic ones first. And since there's only 2 of us this time, I was able to like actually put us on the page, but let's see.
Oh, how cool. I'm obsessed. This is so fun.
Thanks. Okay. So pick a card, any card.
Which one am I drawn to? I'm feeling the first one.
Okay, the one on the left?
Yeah.
All right. Would you travel to the past or future if you could, like, time travel?
Oh, boy.
I know, it's a tough one.
Existential. I was like, ooh, what would I do? Probably the past, I would say.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think I want to know about the future yet. I just want to experience that.
That's actually a really valid point. That's a good point. Yeah. I will say.
My anxiety says I want to see what the future is like just to make sure the world isn't just totally burning. But
yeah.
The other part of me is like, maybe I'll go in the past because it doesn't say like in just my life. So it's like I could go back and I don't know, maybe like Pride and Prejudice era, 1890s.
Yes.
Live my life. And then even back in my own life, like just be a kid again, I think that'd be so fun to experience again. So
true. Yeah. That's a really great point, actually. I didn't really think of that when I was kind of contemplating. Yeah. I like your point too about going to the future to kind of see how certain things end up. That would be a relief. But yeah, going to the past would be pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, what would you choose? What would you choose?
I don't know. I feel like I'd maybe go to the future purely because I think I'm a bit of a, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit of a feminist and like I would have a hard time. I think I'd really struggle. Like, it's nice in books and movies, right? In theory, to be like, I would find a man to like take me away.
It had to be romanticized and not like it was then at all.
Yeah. Like if I got the cousin or whatever from Pride and Prejudice trying to hit on me with like potatoes and shit, it would be hard for me, you know? Yeah. So I'd probably have to go to the future just for that reason, because I would hope that women are like,
so fair.
You know, more empowered in the future. But that'd probably be my main like deciding factor, in all honesty. So, all right, let's see. Would you want to pick another one, or if anyone if anyone in the chat, Natalie's in the chat. Oh my God, I'm geeking. Okay, hold on.
And Kara,
Wait a minute.
I just saw her new video. Have you checked out Kara on Paper's channel?
So Kara I just found Kara, or Kara found me on Instagram, I think. And I was like stalking her Instagram a little bit. So I need I have a to be watched list on YouTube.
Same.
Yes, but Kara is on it. Like I need to go back and watch for sure.
So excited for her videos. So excited.
Yeah, I love what I saw on Insta. I was hooked. I was like, okay, this is someone I definitely need to like look into more for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just saw Natalie like out of the corner of my eye because of the all caps. I saw Natalie Jane Shields and I was like, I'm geeking. Okay. By the way, Natalie, you don't know me, but I have told Taylor I'm like a huge Disney nerd. And at some point, sometime, I really would love to like chat it up. Yes. Because I have so many opinions, so many thoughts and opinions.
Look, definitely have to connect.
Yeah, Natalie says that she's already locked in and ready to write, though. She's putting us to shame. I'm sitting here like, let's gab, let's do questions. She is so ready. Oh, Kara, and this is how like Taylor and I first like kind of started to connect. Was Taylor kind of like said like, oh, Evelyn's channel's cool, and then I geeked out over Taylor in a video, and like it's cool how these things start, right, in this way. I
love it.
Yes. Okay, I'm so excited. Like, eventually we have to make some sort of stream happen where we can talk Disney, because Taylor, you're hardcore Disney too, right? To a degree, right?
I wouldn't say I'm hardcore, but I do appreciate Disney.
You know the lore. Like when I bring up old movies and stuff, you're like, oh yeah, I know Pixel Perfect and stuff. So,
oh my God, yeah, definitely.
Okay, Beth says, okay, I'm gonna get dinner in the oven because it takes an hour. No worries. I know this always falls during people's like dinner time in the beginning, but hopefully as the night goes on, you'll be able to join us for some writing. All right, let's do one more card and then maybe we'll go into a sprint. Does that work for you? Or is that
I'm so down. Oh, Kara said she's a starstruck girl. Love Natalie, sound off, Natalie. Come on, I don't see. There she is. I was like, where's she typing? Yeah, she does have a podcast for DCOM. Yeah.
Okay, I need it now. I need it.
She does.
Like
it's
yesterday.
Once Upon a DCOM, and the Instagram is Natalie. Drop it in there. Once Upon a DCOM.podcast, I think.
I'm writing it down right now.
Drop it in there, Natalie. Yes.
Okay. I have it in my notes app and I will look everything up once the stream is done for sure. Yeah, I only have one other Disney podcast that I listen to from time to time, but the creator doesn't really put them up like that much. So I'm definitely always looking for, something else to listen to. Yeah, Once Upon a DCOM. Nice. All right, let's hit up another question.
All right. I think you get to choose.
Oh, no.
You get to choose.
Oh, gosh. All right. I swear, last stream, one question came up and I was like, I knew I shouldn't have put that in there. And I just, anyways, hopefully it won't be a bad one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Easy one. What's your go-to? Rock, paper, or scissors? Rock. For sure. You never lose.
I decide based off of who I'm playing with.
Okay. Valid. Playing the
So I
player, not the
know
game.
if it's usually a guy, they will usually go rock because it's the most like big masculine,
Yeah.
you know, hulky type thing. So I'll usually always start with paper with a guy. Women do, I think, tend to do scissors, so or rock. So I just have to. It just depends on the vibe of the person. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense. That tracks. That tracks. I don't know why rock usually seems to work for me. I don't know.
yeah.
Let's do one more because that was a quick one. That was an easy one. Now, now you get to pick the next one, Taylor.
Okay, I think
we'll switch off.
Let's do the third one. Let's do that last far right.
Oh God, this is okay. For the record, I pulled these from like a site with icebreaker questions for the workplace. So this is not a question that I thought up.
Oh, I love this.
But if you had to eat a crayon, which color would you choose?
I'm going orange or red or pink. Ooh, I'm thinking Starburst.
I was just gonna say Starburst. That used to be like my guilty pleasure snack I would bring to the workplace to like get me through the day were Starbursts, and that's the first thing I thought of was like those colors. I hate the red Starbursts. Are you a red Starburst gal? I'm not.
No. I'm a pink Starburst fan. I think like most people.
Yeah.
But I hate the yellow ones.
Really? I like the yellow ones.
Yeah. Then you can have them in a variety pack, then you would grab them.
Yeah. I mean, I have a friend who she just likes the red ones. That's all she likes. And I'm like, I hate the red ones. So it like works out well, but yeah, I can't. They're too like tart for me.
Yeah. I think I avoid the red one. I pretty much avoid all of them. I do like the orange one. I think that's why I said orange at first.
Mm-hmm. I think they sell packs that are pink only. I've seen that at my, Have you partaken in those before?
I have not, but I have seen them. I don't think I would willingly like go out of my way to get Starburst.
Oh, girl. Those used to be like my movie candy. Like in my hometown, you know, we would always sneak candy into the movie theater, and it was always either Starburst or just plain like chocolate M&Ms. But
mine was Junior Mints or the Bunch of Crunch, like the little tiny like blue box that says Crunch on it.
Yes. Now I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's mine.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what the chat is saying. Oh, McKenna said poor paper. This feels like a commentary on writers. It probably, honestly, does tell you something about the writer. Natalie says, I feel like a nice light blue one. You know, that does sound good. That does sound like a vibe. I don't know what flavor would that be? Light blue. Like, because when I think of
raspberry.
Yeah, maybe. Because I was thinking like blue, but you know, I've never had a slushie. We've talked about this on my streams before, but I'm I'm a super like not adventurous eater. Like I've never had a strawberry or a cherry. I had pie for the first time. Very recently. Someone in my workplace, where I used to work, the VP was like super into pie, and he found out I had never had pie, and he like showed up in the morning and put a slice on my desk and was like, "You're eating pie today. Like this is absurd."
You have to get a slushie though.
I've never.
Slushies are delicious.
Aren't they?
Oh my god.
Are they like? Well, I was about to be like, aren't they straight sugar? But I was just sitting here saying I eat a whole bag of Starburst at the movies. So
the thing about slushies is there's different kinds of slushies, you know. And to me, the like actual icy slushy machines, like you find at like 7-Eleven or something, those are the ones you want, not the like blue weird, like there's weird ones and then there's like an icy. You want the icy. It's actually not like too sweet. I get the Coke ones and it's, oh my gosh, since I was a kid, that's like my guilty pleasure. Like to celebrate the fact I finished my first draft adventure, I think Beyond, I got a slushie. Like that's what I did.
Oh
like,
my
I was
god!
Like, all I need to go is get this giant like 64-ounce slushie. Like that's all I wanted.
Dude, I used to have kids. I used to teach dance, and I used to have kids that on 7-Eleven, you know, when they used to have the like fill, they would bring like buckets into class, like, and be finishing them up before class. And I'm like, you're gonna
That's insane.
have an issue in class.
That's crazy behavior.
Yeah. But I guess they would empathize with your love of the slushies, I will say. So, Natalie says justice for red starbursts. Okay, well, look, if we ever hang out and talk Disney, ever, then Natalie can have the red.
We'll hear you out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Natalie can have the red. I'll take orange or yellow. I'm content with that. I like the pinks, but
I'll also take orange.
Will you? Okay, so like, I feel like, you know,
we have a good balance.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian says they're a bit waxy, but I enjoy the flavor. They are, but you know, that's what I liked about them was like, I actually suck on them. Like,
yeah,
I don't know why we're talking about this, but
no, they like hurt my teeth, so I totally agree.
They're too tacky to like chew, but if you suck on them, it's almost like having like a piece of gum or something. It like lasts a long time,
like,
you know.
Once they like soften up a bit,
I
agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, they're definitely a vibe. So, grew up on Nerds, I think is what Ian. Yeah, Nerds. I never had Nerds. That's like a Wonka candy, right? From the Wonka.
Like them. Those are like too sweet for me. I don't like how they like get in your teeth. Like, ugh.
I couldn't get into
feel the sugar, you know.
Yeah, I think anything that's too small, other than like M&Ms, you know, I don't necessarily love like the hard candies too much.
Yeah, I agree.
No offense, Ian. Like, love that you love Nerds though.
you love Nerds. So
yeah.
Love.
Oh, Kara's never had a slushie either.
No, I think she's saying, you've never had a slushie?
Okay, valid. No, I just never have. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of things I haven't had though. Like, honestly,
we'll have to make a list.
Yeah,
and, like, you try something new.
Like on my live streams now, it'll have to be a theme, you know. But
we'll bring up a strawberry, which Natalie is very offended by.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I've just never had. I've had like strawberry banana smoothies, which I guess is kind of, you know, valid-ish,
strawberry type,
right? Yeah,
Great
but
question by McKenna though. What kind of pie was it?
Yeah, it was a blueberry pie, I think. But then I will say we had a birthday party for him like the next day, and I organized it and got like 4 different types of pie. We have a really popular pie shop where I live, and I tried a bunch of different. I tried one called like a chessboard pie. Has anyone heard of that? I think it's called a chessboard pie. But I tried all kinds of pies, so it was a very eventful week in my life. You know, really opened my horizons. But
you're like, look at all these different types of pie.
Yeah, and he was like all too eager to be like, you need to try everything. So you know,
I like a cobbler, which is like kind of like a pie, but it's more like less structured, and you can make it in like a square pan type of thing, and it's just kind of like a pie-esque, like the same formula for it, but more. I don't know. How would you describe a cobbler, guys? Anybody?
Yeah, let us know. Does it still have a crust on top? Or not so much? Is it more like the insides of the... Not me Googling I'm going to Google what cobbler is.
Look up cobbler dessert, and like it should come up. But that's like it. It's so good. My mom makes such a good peach cobbler.
Oh.
It sounds so good. But I had a blueberry one before. It's so good. But that's why I'm like, it might be a good option to try too, because it's like kind of an in-between of a pie and a cake almost. So
yeah. Now that I'm seeing this, I'm like, I've definitely seen this at like holidays and stuff. I've just never. Who said that? Did Kara say that? McKenna said it. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. It looks like it still has a crust on top of some kind, though, in some of them. Like, some are different than others. Okay, I gotta...
It's like granola-esque, you know?
Yes.
Or even, like, just, like, cake batter. You can just, like, kind of, like, you can make a cobbler in so many ways.
Yeah. I'm learning so many things. And you would never guess that I'm, like, Southern... And we had big, you know, family dinners. All this stuff was probably there. I always stick to, like... mac and cheese, you know, I love a good mac and cheese. That's fire. I don't know.
Cheese.
Yeah, you know, the comfort foods. Ma'am, slushies are the only movie snack I get. Never popcorn, just
I literally
slushies.
just went to the movies and I got this huge slushie. I got a large, and I didn't know they meant that with their chest. It was like this big. I was like, oh my gosh. It had a bendy straw. It was a great time. I had an awesome experience.
Dude, they will get you with those drinks at the movie theaters. That's why I always look for, like, you know, the scale model that they put up on top of the machines.
I wasn't complaining. I was not complaining.
Hey, and sometimes some of these movies now are so long. They're like almost 3 hours. It's like, okay, I can.
We saw, I don't actually know how long it was, but we saw the new Wes Anderson one.
Oh, okay.
That just came out, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I really, really loved it. Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the movie Sinners on stream the other day. I haven't seen it yet, but a lot of people have been saying, like,
I want to really bad.
Yeah, I do too. They only had, I looked it up the other day near me, but it only had one showtime, like, up. So they must be getting ready to kind of, like, phase it out. But but no, I heard it's really good. I was telling the stream I took film appreciation last semester, and my teacher went and saw it. And at the end of one of our Zoom calls, he actually extended the call like an additional 20 minutes just for people to stay behind and talk about Sinners. Because it was that.
I was watching a video with the director, and he was explaining like the ratios of like the screen sizes. I'll have to send it to you because it was so interesting.
Please do. It sounds cool.
Okay, let me find it. Yeah, I can send it to you maybe during our first sprint.
Yes, that works. That works. I'm going to flip through this real quick. Just so, yes, definitely a great segue. I'm going to flip through these chats really quick just so I don't like skip people. Racetrack slushies are the best. What is a racetrack slushie?
I think that might be saying what I was saying, like the type of slushie.
Okay.
It's like nice. I guess that's the name for it. I've never heard that.
And also Big League Chew. I did have Big League Chew. And I had the fake cigarettes, too. The fake cigarette candy. Whoever thought that was a good idea is like...
was not a great idea.
No, it was not. We thought we were so cool, but yeah. Pie without pants. Natalie said not the naked pie. Oh my god, you guys are hoot. Okay. I think... Oh, and Beth, dinner's in the oven? Yeah, so perfect timing. All right, so we are still going to spin the wheel, but just so everyone knows, if you are a regular on my streams, the Wheel of Doom is not in play tonight, okay? So if we land on it, we're not doing it, all right? Just the regular...
What's the Wheel of Doom? Is that the 60 minutes?
Oh, the Wheel of Doom. So people started coming in my streams with this energy. They were like, we want to get the 1 hour. They thought they were being cute, being like, we're going to get the 1 hour, everyone. Like, let's all wish for it. And so I thought, oh, you think you're funny, huh? Okay, I'm going to add this sliver called the Wheel of Doom. And the Wheel of Doom has 60, 90, and 120-minute sprints.
120?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We haven't gotten it yet. It's a very... No, it's a very small sliver. But I told everyone, I'm like, that's just not in play on guest streams. So just so everyone knows.
One day though, if we do like a 5K or like a 10K weekend, like that would be ideal.
True. I mean, it would allow you to really lock in. Like, some people really want it now. I thought people would be like dreading it, but like, look, Ian's like, boo, we want Doom. And this is the energy I get in my streams. People are like,
when you tell someone they can't have something,
they want it that much more.
They want it now.
Yeah, and now everyone's like, it was so funny. Last stream, everyone was like, if we land on the Wheel of Doom on a stream when I'm not here, I'm gonna be so mad.
That's so cute though. I love that energy.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Oh, looks like you're in one. You're in a 5K.
Girl, I don't know if I agree. Oh, I did say yes, didn't I?
You may have to do a 120 and try it out. Let me know how it goes. You know what I mean? Taylor's like
exactly what I said. Hold on. Oh, I said I should probably say yes.
Oh, she said you sure did. Natalie saying it.
I literally said that, Natalie.
She's saying it with her chest. I don't know. She seems pretty confident.
I will send you receipts, Natalie.
I'm on Natalie's side, though. I think you should do it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Oh my god. Not Ian, always causing chaos in these streams. Like, oh my gosh. All right. Yep, we've got to.
I'm so excited. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
20
Oh.
minutes. Okay.
Oh, easy. A
Yeah.
nice slow start to it.
For the
That sounds
record, we like
great.
never get 20 minutes either. This is meant to happen
It's a
because
warm-up.
yeah, we usually get the longer ones, but we'll take it.
Natalie, leave me alone.
Taylor, write your book, dang it. Oh my god, I love
actually
it.
exactly how she probably said it too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
I love that you have like a cheerleader though. It's a good thing, you know? She's pushing you,
We both
you
do this
know?
to each other.
Yeah. Sometimes
You know what, Natalie? You write your dang book.
Oh my god. All right. Here we go. I have 20 minutes on the clock, and I wish you all the best of luck. See you on the other side of 20 minutes. We're back. Oh my gosh. Okay. That one was like rough for me. I feel like the 20-minute sprints are like too short for me, you know?
It felt very short. I will apologize. My husband and his dad are working on their lawnmower right now. So ideal circumstances for us today. But it shouldn't be long, so I'll try to mute myself if it's too loud.
I can't even hear them. You're all good.
If you do hear them, don't be afraid to tell me.
Okay, I will for sure. So I honestly am not even going to give a word count for that sprint because it was so embarrassingly low.
No, give it.
No, it was probably like 50 words or something. I'm not kidding because I have this.
That's okay.
I was telling you about this, but like earlier, but I'm just kind of struggling in the chapter that I'm in. But I literally hand drew a map earlier and made like pieces for each of the characters.
Oh, yeah.
So as I'm writing, I can like move them where they are going to go because I want to make sure I'm keeping track of where everyone is at in each, like in the scene as it progresses. So I would like write a sentence and then I'd move a piece and then write a sentence and move a piece. So it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, though. Hey, words are words.
Yeah. But how did you do? How many words did you get, Taylor?
So I was doing a few things and Natalie was in fact yelling at me. So we did
As she
this
should.
thing where we...
No, I'm kidding. I'm just yanking your chain.
No, it's okay. But we do this thing where we'll send each other chapter by chapter of our work. And so I am required by law to do that for her. So I was setting up my document and like doing all this stuff. And can you hear that?
A little bit, vaguely. Not really, though. It just sounds like a key clicking on a keyboard, actually.
Okay, so I was also setting up my Scrivener. So I was like moving my old draft of Adventure Below into like a subfolder and like setting up my new chapters that I want to try to write during this stream. So I was doing that. All that to say, I did end up getting about 256 words.
Of course you did. Oh my god.
But I'm actually obsessed with them.
Ooh.
Like, I think I'm cooking.
Do you care to share a last line or anything? If not, it's okay, because I know you're... by the way, I saw we have some people in the chat, but I'm going to catch them in a second. Or or do you want to pick a line for a minute? Like, do you need a minute or do you have one ready?
Let me take a minute and then you can say hello.
Because I saw that Lynn is here. I'm like totally geeking out over some of the people in this chat tonight. And Lynn thinks my layout is cute. Oh my god, I could like...
It is so cute. Oh my gosh,
thank you,
Lynn,
guys.
you have to see the cards for the icebreaker. You'll have to do a stream together to experience the full... It's so good. It's so much fun.
I would love it.
The wheel. Lynn, just wait, girl. Just wait.
Oh my god. Taylor, you're such a good hype person. I love it. But no, that just meant so much to me because I do work very hard on my stream. So like I appreciate, it's just nice, you know, when people are like, oh, it's so cute. And everyone else, Natalie's freaking out. Lynn's here. Lynn's freaking out about Natalie. Yeah, it was so short, wasn't it, McKenna? Yeah, it's just like not enough time for me, a 20-minute one, personally. All words are good words. Wisdom from the chat. That's true. And you know, when it's other people in the chat that are like, I only got 50 words, I'm really quick to be like, progress is progress, though, you know?
Yourself. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. At least Kara. Okay, Kara appreciates my map too, I think. My little, like, chess pieces that I move. Yeah, it's just helpful. I'm, like, super visual, so I need that, you know? Oh, Renee, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Renee.
Yeah.
Hey.
So happy to have you. Oh, Ian. Oh, I'm not even going to read it because I can't read it out loud, but that's so sweet, Ian. Yeah, but you guys make the stream for sure. Like everyone in the chat and having wonderful guests. So
it's also you though. Well, like you do such a great job hosting. So accept the compliment. Accept the compliment.
I'm gonna try. I'm kind of bad at it, but okay, Taylor, do you have a line to share with the chat? I would love to, with the stream.
I do. Okay, I think I'll share my last line. It's like the context is my character is out for a walk with her dad, and she basically is telling him like, hey, I'm worried about you, and just kind of like shoves him, and he like acts like he's dying, and he's the king, so the guards that are following them are like, oh my gosh, like and he's like, bro, it's just a joke, like settle down, like no need for such dramatics. And so then she's like, I snickered, glancing behind glancing behind us at them as they inched away. Why must you be so difficult? I snapped, smiling through my words. So it's like I'm just having so much fun, I think, really fleshing out her dad and like the king in general, and just giving him more, like, he's a dad, you know what I mean? Like, he's a king, but he's also such a good dad and such a good person. So I'm just having a great time. I kind of blacked out. I'm trying to like reread like what I had even started this off as. So
Yeah, no
um,
worries. That's awesome
yeah,
though.
the first line I wrote, because it's technically taking place obviously before his demise. So the first line is, when you're 17, the world itself seems like it's yours for the taking. Um yeah, but that thought sways so drastically with the proof shown over and over again of how much you don't belong, how you never really did, and it's impossible, and it's an impossible feat to think you ever could. Yeah. I stood on the
Wow.
precipice of a life ripe for the taking, but it was never really mine to control. So,
Okay, I have to steal something that you say all the time and just be like,
yeah.
bar, as you say.
Oh my God.
In the words of Taylor.
Thank you. I'm
Bar.
really feeling like I know Adelaide's voice so well now that it's just, that's why I'm like, I really feel so excited about this second edition. Is because I know it's so much better, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell the people that this is going to be a second edition of, it's Venture Below that you're doing the second edition of, right?
Yeah.
And it's linked in the description. So if anyone wants to read the original
before
she does the new one, you can get both. You know?
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah, this is Venture Below. This is book 1. This is what I am rewriting and making a second edition of. I published it back in 2021. I've grown as an author. I've grown as a writer, as a human being, and there's just things that I want to change and adapt and stuff and make this the best book that it can possibly be. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm so excited about it. And then this is book 2, Venture Beyond, which came out in January. So it is still a little fresh baby bean, and I love it so much. And yeah, book 3, I just finished the second draft. It was basically a whole rewrite, so I just got done with that. Honestly, I think last week is when I finished that, and now we're here and we're getting started on the rewrite of Venture Below, and I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know how you do all that. Like, I would never. Yeah, it would take me like 10 years to write 3 books. I'm not gonna lie. It would take me way too long.
It's okay.
Oh gosh. But I am excited for the second edition of Venture Below. I will definitely.
I'm very excited.
Definitely.
And what I'm writing right now is the prologue. I should say that. What I'm working on is a prologue.
If you've read it, you know, based off of just what Taylor read. Yeah. Beth shared a last line too. Whoa. Did my camera just fritz?
Whoa, it did.
Whoa. Yeah. Bringing in the fancy special effects, I guess. So Beth did share a last line. She said, the Academy's defenses were formidable, but they were designed primarily to repel external threats. If the veiled ones had infiltrators within the inner circle, ... Oh, it might continue later. We'll see. I'm not sure. But that's great, Beth. The Academy's defenses were formidable. Love it.
Hello.
Yeah. It's giving me like almost Dune. What's the group in Dune that they wore like the veils and they have the voice?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
McKenna's giving hearts. McKenna shared a last line. Okay. She said, oh, thank you, dear. I think for now, it's best to let him amuse himself. Save the meddling for another day. Okay, that's giving me like comfort fantasy vibes. Am I crazy? Yeah. Like, I love that. That just transported me right into like a fantasy novel. Yeah. I hope that is fantasy.
Found family like bantering moment.
Yeah. I hope I'm not misreading that, McKenna, but okay. Oh, and Natalie shared a last line. She said, the party's outside, you know.
Natalie, I need this book. You don't understand. Okay.
Oh my God. Ian says, which I am so curious about this. This was like too short of a last line. That like hooked us
Is
Too
this the
much.
beginning, Natalie, or is this? Where is this in the story, Natalie? I have questions. I've got questions.
Oh my gosh. Ian says, I don't have a last line. I'm in the middle of making a writing craft video on POVs. Nice. Because that's just what the world needs. More old white guys telling
Oh my
them.
gosh.
What a good sense of humor, you know?
Ian, your experience. Share it with the world. I love that.
Exactly. And Ash is here. Oh, I love Ash. So much. Ash says, ooh, I have the original. Excited to see the changes. I think this is about Venture Below.
It's going to be a lot. The way I've been saying it also to like my friends and to Natalie is like and to you, I was saying too, like it's going to be the same thing happens, but I'm going to make it happen differently. So.
I love it. I feel like you could read the original and the new one and have like, you know, they'll be different enough from what it sounds like that you can, you know, it's like
different
worth it to
experiences for sure.
Yeah, like worth it to read both. Oh, Lynn said she's also so excited for Venture Below Volume 2. Oh, what a sweetie. Okay, Kara said, bro, I literally purchased Venture Below yesterday.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Kara, wait. Oh.
It's meant to be. Amina's here too.
Amina. Hello.
Oh my God. This chat is stacked with legends. I'm telling you. Oh. Ben Jesuit, yes, that's what it was. That's what Lynn coming through. Lynn knows. I should have known Lynn would know. Yes. But it gave me that kind of vibe. The veiled ones, I think, was what Beth said. Beth said, nope, that was the end. LOL. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. With the ... I thought maybe it went on, but if the veiled ones had infiltrators within the inner circle, ... Oh my gosh. Oh, everyone's freaking out about Amina. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Oh, Natalie says, this is from chapter 3, the meet cute.
It is what I was thinking. Okay.
Now I want to go back. Okay, the line was, the party's outside, you know? Okay. I feel like with that, even just the context of a meet cute, even I can kind of picture a little something.
So fantasy setting.
Okay. I'm digging it. Oh, Natalie says, I'm editing.
Can you send me the chapters, Natalie? Come on, bro.
Look, if she gets to call you out, you know, it goes both ways, I feel like. So
Evelyn said it, not me. Oh.
Renee says, it's so fun to see you fangirling over everyone. I am a major AuthorTube fangirl. I'm just a self-proclaimed like lurker because Taylor knows this, but I just feel like I'm very like anxious about putting in a dorky comment or something, you know, and coming off as a total like dweeb. So I know who everyone is, but I don't really comment because I don't want to like, okay, I swear my camera, I'm going to replace it after this stream because it's freaking me out so much. But yeah, I just worry I'm going to like, I don't know, be a dork in the comments.
No!
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Never dorky. And even if you were, you wouldn't be.
Well, thanks, Taylor.
Oh.
Appreciate you.
So we love you, Evelyn. We love you.
Thanks. All right. Oh, and Amita says, it's okay, Evelyn.
Yeah,
we're all dweebs.
so like,
that makes me
We're all
so
writers who obsess about our stuff. It's
yeah, I feel like I related a lot to. I watched Amina's retreat video, not to like put you on blast on your Amina, but like at the end, she was talking about like, I think kind of similar, like, you know, anxiety in certain similar situations, although she was talking about in person, but still, I feel like it's just very easy to get in your head about like, are people not going to like me, you know? So that's where it all comes from, but I'm going to be better. I'm working on it. I told Taylor I've started commenting on a few people's videos, so I'm going to work my way up. But yes, I know who everyone is. I follow everyone, watch everyone. So yeah.
So proud of you. You're doing great. Put yourself out there, man. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, literally what Kara's saying, dorks together. Like, we're all writers. You know what I mean? Like, we're all a little off kilter at some point, you know? Like, none of us are normal by any means.
Yeah. And I feel like I know that in my head that like everyone is, and everyone on AuthorTube also like, just from what I see in videos, it's such an accepting, like comforting place, you know? And I know that's how I try to be too, but yeah, it's just, you know, you get in your head. Also, my chat's just buffering for a second, but I will highlight. I see all the lovely, little comments. So I can read off for now, too, that Lynn wrote a really nice... Oh, Kara wrote, dorks together. And then Lynn wrote a really nice... She said, yeah, AuthorTube is a very nerdy space. You're welcome in my comment section anytime. Yes. Oh, my God. Okay, I cannot get, Yeah.
It's okay, we all cry. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm determined I'm not gonna do it. But Kara says, honestly, this community is so nice. I'm shook. They really are. That's honestly, I think I told you this, Taylor, when I messaged you, but what motivated me to finally message Taylor about live streaming, and honestly to even consider starting to do group live streams, because normally I stream on my own, what was that writing retreat, the writing retreat videos. Wow. And so many of you kept being community is out there if you just put yourself out there. And I'd been watching Taylor for a long time. Taylor was actually the first one to follow me when I started posting AuthorTube content, because originally I did Harry Potter fan fiction stuff. Yeah. Very dorky, but I had a great little community, and I started it during COVID, but then I kind of stopped to work full time and that sort of thing. But once I jumped back in and did AuthorTube, Taylor was the first one to follow me. And so I was just okay, I really want to ask Taylor, but I'm so nervous. But yeah, those videos were what pushed me enough to consider this stuff. Beautiful. So I love that. Yeah, you guys really radiate how do I put this? Comfort, kind of,
I've been saying even warmth, it's just energy, from everybody, genuinely. It's incredible. And I was saying this even with Amina, when we first got back from the retreat, everyone is so much better in person too, which is crazy. Because that part of you, I was even anxious to go and stuff. I think every single person that went, we all felt nervous and is anyone gonna like me, and me and Natalie were even saying, because we'd met before in person, and that's really what opened up my horizons to this community and stuff, was being able to meet with her and get to know her and befriend her, and I was oh my gosh. So we both were worst case scenario, if we don't like anybody, at least we know we got each other. So we got a room together, and you're just, it's that in your head thing. And it was the complete opposite. And obviously there was nothing that made me think that in advance, or I wasn't oh, I don't know about this person, but it was just that fear, inside of well, what if it's me? What if they don't what if I'm too loud or too much, or not enough or whatever? And I'm telling you, as soon as we got there, I never even thought that. It was just always just be yourself, and warmth, and I just know that's how it's gonna be. And it's just the beginning for this community, and someday we're gonna have huge events and be all able to get together and meet each other. And it's just, I love that so much. And the internet has some dark places, but then it has this side, and it makes it worth it,
Yeah, definitely. That was so sweet, Taylor. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, and okay, so Amina said, oh, I'm so glad you resonated. Putting yourself out there is scary as hell, but you're doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amina. You're doing great too, Amina. I really resonated with that part of your video. So Natalie said, it's always so hard as little introverts to put ourselves out there, but it's always worth it. Definitely. Natalie said, I love that. I think to your speech, Taylor. Lynn said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that the retreat videos inspired you to reach out. They really did. I watched every single one as they came out.
Me too. We all have them on loop. We're just constantly crying. Even now I'm kind of crying. Oh my God, I love it so much, dude.
Yeah, I almost cried. The one that, and I wasn't even there, and the one where Brielle was I think it was Brielle. Was it Brielle or was it you who was a bunch of my footage came out slow-mo.
Oh, Brielle's.
But we're going to make it a vibe. And I was I wasn't even there. And this is this looks like something out of a TV drama or something,
dude, It felt so nostalgic. Even watching those clips, I was wow. It made it even more, I don't know, even more emotional, watching it in slow-mo, because it's kind of how it felt the whole time, So.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. So, all right, that being said, do you care to do one writing question before we do our next sprint?
I would love
one from the writing deck, because I haven't used this one yet. But then we'll go into another sprint, because we've only done a 20-minute sprint.
Yeah.
So, all right. So these ones are all writing related. Yeah, I feel like I just put way too much time into this setup, but I love it. It's so fun. Like,
no, it's beautiful. I love it.
All
I love
right.
it so much. Okay.
Pick a card, any card.
I'm thinking the right one. Number
Okay.
3. Number 3, my lord.
Oh my god. The Shrek deep cut. I cannot.
Number 3.
Dude, this is now making me feel like I need to put like mirrors on the back and put like, oh my god.
Number 3.
Are there any other writers in your family?
Nope. Just me.
Oh, here, well, let's do another one.
Well, what about you?
Well, my brother wrote a book before me. He finished it his junior year of high school, and it was really good. I wish he would put it out, but I think he did it more just for the sake of doing it. But he worked on it for like 2.5 years in secret. Didn't tell me till it was done, and then took me to dinner and was like, I think I want you to. Yeah. It was like a real boss move. And that kind of motivated me to get out of. I showed Taylor my outline. A lot of people who follow my stream, you see it even blurred out, but like, I feel like I was living in that outlining phase and was like resisting starting to write. And there's nothing that will get you moving more than like some healthy competition.
Yeah.
You know, with a sibling where you're like, crap, if my high school brother
like,
can do it.
Into it now.
Yeah, now I gotta do it. So yeah, but that's the only one. But let's see. Do you want to pick one more since that was kind of a quick one?
Let's go for the middle.
Okay. Is there a genre? Oh, this is a good one. Is there a genre or format you haven't tried yet but would like to?
There so is. I'm one of those people for sure where like I want to try kind of everything. I really love horror. I don't know if I could do horror well, but I would love to try. I think that would be so much fun. I'm also open to like a cozy mystery series. I already have the whole series type of vibe like picked out, and like I have the first book kind of idea like for like the death and this like mystery and everything. I also I want to try everything. So like thriller, I mean, romance I'm already doing. Poetry I already have like collections worth of poetry.
You should tell the people about, like, you should just mention your romance one that you're working on. I'm gonna totally make you just mention that you have one you're working on. Like,
I do. I have a romance project called Project Close that is very near and dear to my heart. I've been working on it for a few years. This like one draft, it's been my hobby kind of project to dive into, and it's kind of like an invisible string type of story where like fate constantly brings them together, and their meet cutes are so fun and incredible. And in my head, they kind of are signs from the universe that everything's going to work out. So when they hit their like lowest moments, they physically bump into each other and are there for one another. And they they don't learn each other's names until I think chapter 11.
oh wow.
Which was very difficult to do. But it was so fun to write like them, and it's dual POV, so it's them like living their lives, and then one of them will be at the grocery store and they'll be like, oh my god, it's that guy that I bumped into, and like, oh my gosh, and then he'll see her and be like, oh my gosh, like she's out for a run, like I don't want to be a creepy dude and like say hi to her, but like, and so it's that kind of back and forth. But they also are dealing with some really heavy themes in their own lives. And there's just a lot going on with it, but it's a slowish burn and a lot of meet cutes and a lot of fate and destiny discussions, and it's one of my favorites for sure.
I love a good slow burn. So now I'm super excited. Like I
Venture
love
Beyond is a slow burn.
I kind of get the impression. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. But I did have I had a thought. I'm not going to say anything. No. Especially since you're pre-releasing it and everything. But yeah, I'm excited then to see how that ends up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very cool. Let's see. Let's go back and do a sprint, shall we? Or actually, let me go through this really quickly just because there's a couple here. Renee says, I just started videos not too long ago when I'm able to. I'm a mom to 4 boys first. Oh my God, bless your heart. I have 2 younger brothers. I can't imagine having 4. Yeah, even 4 brothers, let alone 4 kids. Like, I'm still trying to get courage to stream. You should totally try it. I tell people, so I'm a lot calmer now than when I first came on with Taylor. Like, I'm much more relaxed, but I find that it's easier, like, to start on your own and then go into a group like setting for sure. I've heard a few people say like, oh, I don't want to stream by myself. That seems scarier. But I always tell people, if you go on Twitch and just like look at people streaming by themselves, there's hundreds of them, you know, like it doesn't have to be anything like super deep, you know, when you first start.
And also like being able, like knowing that this is going to be out there so people can rewatch your streams in the future too, like is huge. So even though you may feel in the moment like, oh, nobody's here, nobody's like with me, like having this conversation about something, like somebody will be, you know, like in the future they could find you. So even what Evelyn does and having these questions queued up and at the ready, like is so helpful, because if you are by yourself, you'd be like, okay, I'm pulling another card, and then you can talk for a little bit. And I would say definitely have like icebreakers or discussion points if you do want to stream by yourself, and then go for it. Just go for it. And the biggest thing with all of this in the internet is just consistency. Like I've been posting for almost 4 years now. So it's like, it's something that takes, in my case, like it takes time and consistency and development and learning things. And I was so nervous when I first started streaming, I think back in January, like I was so nervous to do it, but I now love it. It's like one of my favorite things. So yeah. You got this, Renee. You can do it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And Lynn says, I gotta hop off to eat, but you two are so wonderful to listen to. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Thanks, Lynn. Wow. Thank you for swinging by. So happy to have you. And McKenna says, I'm obsessed with the setup. Thank you. Yeah, part of the reason, thank you. And I do feel like part of the reason I did this setup was like kind of what you were saying, Taylor, where like when you're by yourself, I think it helps to have things like the wheel to just feel like, I don't know, like if I was sitting by myself for a long time, I can be like, okay, well, I'm going to the wheel, you know?
No, for sure.
So, and I've heard people say too, and I do kind of agree with this, that when you're first starting out, if nobody is on with you, you should stream as if you are talking to people, like as if people are there, because it's great, like practice, you know? And then you can always delete that stream. You don't have to keep the video after, but it's a great, thing to practice. I need Evelyn to do an OBS setup video course to teach me her tricks. I swear. This is literally what I wrote about to you in your imposter video that you did. Like, and also not me, like when there was one part in the video where Taylor goes, okay, I'm gonna hold your hand while I
did you put your hand out?
I totally did for a moment. I was like, all right, here we go. But yeah, I kind of wrote in about like not wanting to share too much about like what I like my planning and stuff. I just feel very like underqualified, I guess. And that's again, just it's in my head. It's something I have to get past. It's imposter syndrome, which you were talking about. But yeah, eventually I would love to do like an outlining video and maybe an OBS video, but we'll see. That I gotta take some time to like work up to that, you know?
You should, because like even dude, like I was also asking like even Brielle questions like that, because I have a hard time with it. Like I don't have any degrees, I don't have any certifications in anything. Like I'm just saying things off of my own experience and stuff. And she was like, just use that then. Like instead of saying this is the black and white, how you do something, how you don't do something, it's this is my way of doing it. And if people get inspired from it, then that's beautiful, you know?
Yeah, true.
It makes it less pressure. Like even in that imposter syndrome, I felt like I'm not qualified to be saying any of this, but here's just my take and my voice in this matter, you know, and that's how you could do the same thing.
Yeah,
and
true.
I know a lot of people want to see your setup. Like
yeah, we'll see with time if I can like work my way up. I gotta like start with the comments first. And then I'll work my way, but I do love like everyone's so supportive. So
yeah, this is your journey, girl.
All right, are we ready to do another spin of the wheel?
I am so ready. I'm ready
Okay.
to lock in. Now that the words are flowing, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to. If everyone wants to take 5 seconds, I'll give you 5 seconds to put your guesses. Yeah, so usually on my stream when it's by myself, we do like spin the wheel. People span it with like emojis and stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if you want to put your guesses in before I spin.
Okay, let me put mine. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say 30.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
You
got
the different wheels.
McKenna is so creative with the emojis.
I love it.
But yeah, put your guesses on the record before we spin, and then that way, if we land on your
Kara,
I'm telling you, people come in with that kind of energy, which I appreciate. You know, it's fine, but that's why I invented the Wheel of Doom. Which literally we're not going to spit it, but I'll show you really quickly. I don't know if I have it pulled up, but I made like a whole, it's the Eye of Sauron. Can you see it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the Wheel of Doom. So
can you spin it just for fun? Like, even
let me pull it up real quick. I have to like remotely spin it, but let me just pull it up. It'll take me 2 seconds.
Okay, that is so savage. The 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120. Okay, one day we'll have to do a full like, I want that. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I feel like if you're like really locked in, it definitely has its merit, you know? Like there's a place for it. I feel like Natalie would appreciate this kind of thing too. Yeah. Yes, but 100%. Let me see if I'm gonna refresh the wheel real quick and just make sure. Okay. All right. This is our test spin. Like if we had it, what it would look like. Yeah. Okay, it'll light up. Oh my God. So we would have had a 90.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the Wheel of Doom. But luckily we are not doing that today. We're sticking with the tamer. What did Amina say?
I'm a fan of the hellish Wheel of Doom.
You know what, Amina? Now that we have you on record, if I decide to do like
she's a little chaos gremlin though. So I'm saying maybe we have a locked in like stream, you know, where I can do 4.
I can do 4. You know, I had the thought too. One of the cool things about using OBS too is I don't know what the max is on StreamYard for like the free version, but I can host like as many people as I want. And I thought about doing like an authortuber ultimate showdown, literally having like 10 people or something doing like one huge stream. I think it'd be so wild. But yeah, I got to start with the comments, then I'll work my way up to asking.
Be something cool for like the November writing challenge, you know, when we're all like locked in.
Well, see, that's what I was kind of thinking was like maybe when I'm at my peak like school time too, you know, like it'd be a good time because it'll like force me to kind of set aside time for writing. And if we did something like that, I would want to like obviously give people way advance notice too, you know. So I have to think about it, but I have thought like it'd be pretty fire. I think at least have a foursome between you, me, Natalie, and Amina to maybe implement the Wheel of Doom. And people want the Wheel of Doom so bad. We could do like a Wheel of Doom stream exclusively.
That's what I'm saying. Like a whole theme.
That's true. I could change the background too on this and everything. Just saying, I'd make it like full.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah. Let's get a message thread going on like Discord, Insta something, and we'll make it happen. The wheelchair killed me. Yeah. McKenna always does. I think that's McKenna. They always put in like the funniest emojis.
Oh, I love it.
Kara says, no, that's so scary. I would write out of fear, girl. But that's like, it works, you know? See, Natalie says, oh, I do like it. I think I would flip through this before, and then Beth says I would love a dedicated Doom stream. I think she means like a stream, but 50 people. I don't think I could handle 50. I don't think I could like MC that, but like 10 people.
Honestly,
I think
we all would probably not even talk. Like we'd just be muted. Like
with a big timer in the middle. Everyone could be in like a circle. Yeah. Oh my God.
So funny.
Oh, McKenna says do it. I'm sat. A locked-in stream. That's actually not a bad idea too, but what is the difference experience of YouTube? I'll just address this really quickly before we go into our sprint, but Twitch is more of a interactive experience as far as chat. like in my experience. YouTube is catching up. I prefer YouTube. I originally was streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time when I started live streaming on YouTube, right? But the problem with that is when you split your stream like that, you have to basically stream to a remote like site, which then splits your stream and sends it out, which adds in a delay and all kinds of stuff. The other big difference is YouTube records your video and holds it. Twitch does not do that automatically. You have to record it yourself, I believe, and then upload it, or your viewers can like grab it, like record parts. Twitch also leans very heavily into a subscription-based kind of like format with badges for people who are consistent viewers, which again adds a level of interaction that's really interesting, but it's very much more of like a business on Twitch, I think. You know, like it's very donation focused. Yeah, very donation and subscription focused. So you make a lot more money on stream. Like I did have some streams where I did well, right? But for me, I wanted to stream more for like my own accountability rather than like any kind of business like setup. And I like that YouTube is more user friendly for the everyday user. I feel like it's easier to navigate and it's less intimidating. Twitch has a lot of like chat commands that people use, and it can get very involved and very overwhelming very quickly. In my opinion, if you're not like a computer person, it can be just kind of a lot. YouTube is a lot more mainstreamed. It records the videos for you without you having to like store them on your computer first and then upload them. There's just a lot of benefits, in my opinion, to YouTube over Twitch. Eventually, I would still like to maybe split streams, but I would do that down the line. So Natalie says, I have to hop off and play with my brand new puppy. But thank you for the stream. Have fun on your next sprint. And Tay, write your book. Thank you so much for being here.
Goose. Bye, Natalie.
Thank you so much, though. I know I saw that in her. I think it was either in her most recent video or on a live stream somewhere. I definitely saw her like explaining it. Because I think she said someone in her town has a duck named Goose, and that's where it came from or something. Oh. McKenna says, Evelyn, this is such an intelligent POV. Well, thank you. Yeah, I could do a whole video on Twitch versus YouTube, honestly, but because that's what I used to stream exclusively on Twitch back when I had like a decent following on TikTok, and I then converted that to like a Twitch following and I was like a Twitch affiliate. So I had people that, you know, had plans and stuff, but yeah, it's very involved. It's a lot of back end work too. Like this was work to set up, but to me, the Twitch is like, oh my God, it's so much to keep track of. So yeah, I'm leaning more YouTube then. I feel like Twitch as someone in chat can be, even in the chat, it can be a lot.
Super easy stuff. That's why I use StreamYard. I'm like, just give me the cut. Like it is super simple. And that's it for me.
And to be fair, like
someday it's so fun, you know? But yeah.
And to be fair, with something like StreamYard, the nice thing about it too, oh my God, I just realized this whole time I've had brown noise going on my phone in the background.
Oh, I couldn't hear it at all.
I had to put it on for my dog because the other people in the neighborhood were like walking their dogs, and he just gets all stressed out. So I had to put it on for him. He's like, you know, posh like that. But anyways, yeah. So I feel like we covered that. But the thing I was going to say about StreamYard is the nice thing about StreamYard too is there's not much that can go wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Like if something goes wrong in my stream, I have to troubleshoot like 15 things to figure it out. Now, I think I've gotten it to a point where like the chances of that happening are slim, but it's still like I was telling Taylor this on the front end when she first got on. I was like, oh, I'm just so glad that like you got on okay and the audio's working and everything. Yeah. So there is like a level of risk too with having like a trickier format that's not necessarily, it's not all rainbows, I guess I should say. So all right, we got to spin our wheel because we're like we're slouching. Here we go. Let's see what we get here. If we get another 20, okay, 40.
Okay, perfect.
I feel like that's perfect, don't you think? Yeah,
I'm ready to lock in.
Yeah, me too. I got my little map, my little player pieces. I'm ready to go. All right. Best of luck, everyone. And I will see you on the other side of 40 minutes.
Good luck.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
By the way, I was dying with like when you were dancing over there.
Yeah, I do that pretty often.
I know. Yeah, I've seen it on your other streams. I know you have a playlist. Your playlist must be fire for your project.
Well, I have a different playlist for every project, and I have character playlists.
Oh,
so
wow. That's awesome, actually.
I have one for Adelaide, Leo, Riley, Alex, and then I have one for Beyond, one for Alone, and one for Below. So
wow.
I was just listening to my Below one, which is so cool because it's like nostalgic and when I made like in 2021. So it's very fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was having a good time with it.
Yeah, I need to get better with the playlist stuff, I feel like. But
you need help.
Yeah, I might have to get some help from you on that one. That's definitely an area that like I need help in. So
I love playlists.
Yeah. Well, how was that sprint for you, Taylor? And for everyone else, feel free to drop it in the chat.
Mine was phenomenal. I finished the prologue.
Exciting. So
we're done. And I got 767 words in that one.
Oh my God. Okay, let me tell you something. This will make you laugh. So I like did this sprint and I was like, I'm killing this. I feel great. I got like half your word count.
That's fine. Oh my gosh. Do not use me as a goalpost. No.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
That's great. What did you get?
It was like 313, I think. So it was low, but I felt like I was like, okay, I know where this is going, you know, like I have found my footing, you know, I felt like I was struggling to find my footing with where I was in this chapter. And I just kind of started walking or writing. Whoa, there's a lot of the chat that I missed. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I feel like I needed kind of to find like my jumping off point in this like drill they're doing. And I just started writing and I feel like it like came to me once I let it go. I think I need to accept that this chapter I'm gonna like overwrite a lot and have to just like take a lot out afterwards. And I need to just, you know, relax and let that happen.
Gosh, yeah. I'm a big believer in like that first draft, like you're telling yourself the story. So like go into it with no attachment, you know, like if it's gonna be overwritten, it's gonna be overwritten. If it's gonna be underwritten, it's gonna be underwritten.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, that makes me feel better because it's definitely going to be overwritten. And some of my other chapters are like 1,000 over, you know, but this is going to be.
Hey, it's better to have more content than not enough.
That's true. That's true. What's the saying? There's a saying that I got from Teresa Giudice on Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's not a good role model or anything, but she used to say like, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I love that. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I would rather have to like strip stuff away after than like, you know, find stuff to add.
Options, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm going to flip through this really quickly. So there's a lot of hellos. So I'm going to kind of go through some of those. Yeah, usually I try and like pull them up real quick, but I'm not even because there's so many. By the way, I saw that Becca popped in and I was so bummed that we were already sprinting. I was literally watching her most recent vlog. I think it was a revisions vlog. I was watching it this morning with my breakfast. And so I was kind of like, damn, I'm in my sprint and I can't pop out. Like I was so tempted to like for the first time ever come off of mute and be like, Becca. But I'm not. I'm going to play it cool. So anyways. Yeah, and I saw Mick come in here too. I don't know if she's still here. But
also.
Yeah, Joy. Oh, love Joy. Joy was the first person to let me come on a like stream with her. She's so awesome. Yeah, and Hannah too. I love Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah was here too.
So many.
Charlie popped in.
Yeah, love Charlie. Yeah, I definitely want to have Charlie on here at some point. Yeah, and it's just, see, it looks like everyone's stream. I feel like for whatever reason, like the stars aligned tonight where it was like a big streamathon, but I kind of love it. Like, you know.
It was so fun. I popped into like their other one that was going on. I was like, hey guys.
Yeah.
Everybody has a good night.
Oh, yeah. I even saw Dami was on one and I was like, damn, I would have loved to have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they said hello. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So I like to think it was just like a great night for authortube, you know, all the fellow authors got to like have their pick and just jump around. Oh yeah, Hannah thought that Charlie was doing two at once, I think. Yeah. Oh, Joy's a queen too.
I love.
Yeah. And people were commenting on your snacks. What were those chips you were eating? I was curious.
So
I've never seen
I
those.
destroyed this bag. It's just how it happened. But they're barbecue chips from Aldi. Nothing
nice.
special.
Okay.
Nothing special.
I thought maybe they were like the Ripple barbecue chips. You know what I'm talking about?
I do like a Ripple. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I just love barbecue chips, honestly.
Yeah, they're a little spicy for me, but I like them in small doses, you know? They hit different at certain points. I just have to say, I can like totally feel, even as I'm talking now, I'm like, I'm so much more relaxed. The beginning of this stream to now, like, oh my God, it's so nice to like have this one under my belt with you now. Let's see.
So much fun.
Yeah, it's been a great time. Beth shared a last line, if we can read it real quick. She said, as Odara disappeared into the hidden tunnel, Maeve slipped from cover and approached the entrance. She hesitated only briefly before following, her hand on the hilt of her ritual dagger. Jeez. Beth,
what is happening?
I know. I feel like Beth's book is going to have a lot of lore, which is awesome. Like, I love that stuff.
I have so many questions and I need answers.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Charlie got 580 words, despite being distracted with the chat and all the hellos and my dog who was begging for my attention.
That's great.
Yeah, that's really good. Kara said 378 words. The only words I've written today so far, and I'm happy so far. Just brainstorm last sprint. Nice. Kara says, I'm an overwriter right there with you, Evelyn. Okay, nice. That makes me feel better. Charlie says, I like me a dill pickle chip. I have never heard of that. Have you heard of that, Taylor?
I have. I just hate pickles. I hate pickles so much, but I respect your choice, Charlie. I respect it.
I've never had a pickle, so I can't weigh it.
Okay,
but
keep it that way.
Yeah.
Keep it that way. They're vile. Just don't even do it.
I can keep that one off my list. Okay.
Personally, I hate them so much.
Yeah. I don't get the hype too much, but Ian says Canadians love our ketchup chips. I've never heard of that either.
I've had a ketchup chip. I have.
Wow. Oh, Kara shared a last line. She was bleeding, and so much so, she feared she would bleed to death.
Oh my gosh. What's
these
happening?
Cliffhangers?
What is happening?
Oh, Charlie saying no, Taylor, they're so good. Oh, and Beth says...
I love that for you.
And Beth says, I hate pickles, but weirdly I like pickle chips.
I won't even try it. The smell, it like makes me revolt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Everyone has their stuff, you know? All right, well... I am not going to hold Taylor up much longer because we have been streaming for quite some time. And this is about when
Are we doing last lines though? Like, are you going to share a line?
I mean, I can if you want to share another one. I know you shared one earlier, but
I will totally share one. I want to hear some of yours.
Oh gosh. Okay, I can share this really was my last line. Okay, it was uncommon for her to seek direction from others, but something about Sloane demanded compliance. So thanks.
Slay, bar, love.
Thank you.
I love that. There's so much characterization just in that one sentence alone. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
I love that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, Taylor, I know you have a bar in your draft. I'm going to use that word exclusively with you, but I want to hear it.
Okay, mine, I'm going to read two. It's like a conversation's happening, so I'll just give context.
Give us as much as you want, Queen. I'm here for it all.
Okay, so this is the next words were loose and wobbly as I said them. Those weren't just stories, were they? My father smiled at me the way he always did when I solved one of his riddles. No, they weren't.
Oh my God. I love it. I cannot wait for this second version now.
I'm genuinely eating it up. I'm having such a good, so much, just this prologue alone, I'm if this is any indicator of how the rest of this book is gonna go, I'm amped to the nines. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. I don't blame. I mean, I was already excited for it, but like just the little snippets you shared tonight, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so here for like the fleshed out beginning, like the fleshed out prologue and the depth that it's going to add to the person. Like,
it's really crazy. Ugh, yeah, I'm having a good time.
ugh. Well, Charlie shared a last line also, if we want to read that really quickly. Charlie said, "For God's sake," said the first voice, "just give it to me." Somebody be fighting. Those are fighting words.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, and she said, they're breaking in and overhearing a conversation. Okay.
Oh.
So they're overhearing a fight. Kara said, demanded compliance. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, it just works for that character. It makes sense for her. But yeah, it's a strong statement. But all right. So Taylor, I have you and all the things associated with you tagged down below, but would you like to kind of reiterate for the people before we head out?
I would love to. Feel free to find me on here on the YouTube space. I post every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time. I also have Venture Below and Venture Beyond available on Amazon. You can get a physical copy. I mean, maybe you could read the first original edition of Venture Below before the new iteration and get started on Venture Beyond. Venture Beyond is so much fun. I love it so much. And yeah, you can even find me on Instagram at author Taylor Ann Wright.
You should definitely follow her on all things. She is such a queen. Oh, Amina, had to step out, but glad I caught the end. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Amina. Yeah, and you're on my channel, so you can find me down in the description. I have like
video,
a link.
Subscribe to Evelyn.
If you could that would be a big help. Yeah, if anyone could that would be a big help. I always forget to plug that stuff. Yeah,
I will remind them.
But yeah, please. But yeah, please drop a like. And with that being said, I do have a sign off. Yeah, it flew by. We talked a lot in this stream, but I'm glad.
I loved it.
So I will leave you all with my traditional sign off, which is be brave, be a light, and remember that you're all so loved. And I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.